Time for another Solutions Express. Please cue the whistle. Makes me want to be a train. I get a train out. Hopefully it does you too. From Friday's terror scare over packages sent from Yemen to the still festering controversy over the non-mosque that is proximate to Ground Zero, if you haven't been to Manhattan, America's relationship with Muslims both at home and abroad is strained, to put it mildly. Enter OneWorld2011, a series of events focused on creating peace, respect, and understanding between us. As part of the campaign, One World is searching for 2 children, one from the U.S. and one from the Islamic world, to become youth ambassadors, helping to bridge the divide now and ideally, hopefully, with our help, for generations to come. Joining us now, the man behind the movement, or I should say the men behind the movement, Bob Walsh. His list of past accomplishments includes co-creator of the Goodwill Games, so you know where his heart comes from, and Imam Mohammed Magid, a part of the of One World's board of directors. He's also president of the Islamic Society of North America. We all can see the macro problem. Why, I'll start with you, Imam, why is it that going to a micro response, putting 2 children together in public, is the right response?
Because the people diplomacy, people got to know one another, is more effective than having people stereotyping one another and have all of this distance between them. The study shows that people who get to know a Muslim, they have better understanding of Muslims than a person have heard about Muslims just from the news.
Well, what if I meet one Muslim, he's a very nice guy, I meet another one, he's a jerk? There's a lot of Muslims out there. But I meet some Catholics that are very nice, and I meet some really obnoxious ones too. But if atheists, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. But if you have a Muslim child work with the Jewish child, with the Christians, on a common cause, playing a sport together, try to resolve problem with the world together, have them have art together, you know, have activities together, then they get to know one another and they become very productive in their activities.
So how do you capture that and then project it in a way that it actually ripples as a wave that we would all want through all of these worlds?
Well, Dylan, what we're going to do is we're going to bring together thousands of young people, teenagers mainly, throughout the Muslim world, bring them to the United States, have them live with people in the United States for a series of weeks, get them to play in sports together, educational programs, entrepreneurial programs, to kind of work together as teams, thousands of them, in the United States in 2011, and then we'll move to a city in the Muslim world in 2013, and we'll keep these relationships going. We'll also be very involved in social networking so that we can pick up kids all over the world as we go. We think youth are the answer.
And what is the greatest risk to that strategy? In other words, when you look at the violence and you look at the diplomacy and you look at the ease with which a politician or a media figure can gather a huge crowd and get everybody really worked up. I can get big ratings. I can make a lot of money selling a book that talks about how the Muslims want to kill me. I'll buy 3 boats before Christmas. It's a big incentive. How do you fight that?
Well, we could not fight it. We could just stop and not do anything and let those things happen in some of the media. But we're not going to do that. We're going to bring, the more people we can bring together, the more we can show that people can get along and these kids can get along. We're hoping that this will multiply over the months, over the years, so that eventually the problem is going to go away. And I think it will. There's only a very few small numbers of people who are causing the problem.
Yeah, to that end, I mean, if you were to look at all the subscribers to the Islamic faith, whatever the interpretation, all the subscribers to Christian faith, all the subscribers to Judaism, what percentage of all those people do you think want to kill each other?
Very small percentage.
Can't be many, right?
Yes. I mean, you have billions of people who live in harmony with love and respect. We have experience in America where the Christian and Jewish come together to protect a mosque, like in my mosque.
Yeah.
After 9/11, we have Jewish and Christians spend the night in the parking lot protecting the mosque. Therefore, what One World would like to do, would like to bring the young people with the future of the world, to have them to understand one another, to work with one another. When they go back to their home, multiply this feeling in their own country, in their own environment, And imagine if we start bringing youth like that and multiplying this kind of understanding and harmony and respect among people of all faiths.
Well, anything that I can do and we can do to help, you've got our full commitment.
Well, we really appreciate it very much, Dylan.
We are fortunate to have you guys working on it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And if we find any of those guys that want to kill somebody, we'll try them and put them in jail or something, whatever, you know, to kill her. It's not a religious thing. It's somebody who wants to kill somebody.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Thank you, guys.